Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about when to buy an item brand new versus when to buy it pre-loved. So this video is a part of my mindful spending series, and I just want to share with you guys some of the criteria that I use whenever I decide on whether or not I should buy an item brand new or pre-loved. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If these are the kinds of videos that you like watching, I would appreciate it if you could click the subscribe button down below and follow me on Instagram at TrishDLF. I believe in mindful spending, and I also believe that you don't need to spend a fortune in buying things that you love. That's why my bag collection is a mix of both brand new and pre-loved. And I want to share with you guys some of the criteria that I use when deciding on whether to go the brand new route or the pre-loved route. So let's start off with my criteria on when to buy brand new. So my number one criteria is if it's a milestone reward to yourself. By milestone reward, I mean like if you accomplish something and you really want to reward yourself as a token of remembrance. I find that the experience is more rewarding if you buy something brand new or in store as a milestone gift or reward to yourself, because it's something that you'll remember forever. I feel like if it's a milestone reward for yourself, you deserve something brand new, so it should be okay to buy it in store or to buy something new. I find that the experience is really different when shopping in store, and it would give the item more sentimental value. You would remember it more and you would appreciate the item more. So buying that item would have a story for you, and you would really remember it because you bought it in store, and the in-store experience is really different. An example for that would be this Balenciaga City bag, which I got as my very first bag, which I bought with my own money. So I got this brand new, and I feel like I wouldn't really have given it that much sentimental value if I had just gotten this pre-loved, because I wouldn't have paid as much. So obviously if you're buying brand new, you pay the retail cost. So because it was on the retail cost, it was something that you will really remember, especially for me, since this was the very first big item that I spent for. It really meant a lot to get it brand new, because you know that you're the first person to make memories with the bag, and thus giving it more sentimental value. My next criteria is if it's an item that you know you will use and abuse. So if there's an item that you really plan on abusing and using on a daily basis, something that you're sure that you want to grow old with, then buy it brand new. The item will start from brand new, so when it comes to wear and tear, the more longevity it would have with you. So this FENDI PEEKABOO, for example, I got this brand new because, well, first of all, I couldn't really find a good deal in the pre-loved market for this specific bag, for this specific color. And when I did find some, their wear and tear wasn't really good. Like the wear and tear of some of the pre-loved peekaboos in the market, it really looked used. So obviously you don't want that. So with this one, I got it brand new instead, because I knew that I was going to be using this for a long time anyway, and I don't plan to sell this. So this is a bag that I plan to grow old with, and it's a bag that I plan to have my own battle scars on. So right now, it doesn't really have that much battle scars yet, or yeah, it doesn't really look that worn yet, but that's why I brought it brand new, because I want it to last for a long time. And I want it to be a bag that when I grow old, it's something that I look at, and it's gonna look beaten up when I grow old, but it's gonna be something that I'm gonna look back at and it'll be like, wow, like this bag really endured a lot. So yeah, that's one of the reasons to buy brand new, is if you really plan on making your own battle scars with the bag, and if it's something that you really plan to hold on to for a very long time. And lastly, my criteria of when to buy brand new is simply if you can afford it. So the general ruling is like if you can buy 2 or 3 more of that same item, then you can afford it. That's when you know that you can afford it. So by all means, if you have all the money in the world, then buy it brand new. No one's stopping you. But if you're a frugal shopper like me, then that's something that you can really consider. Obviously, the goal in the future is to be able to afford anything, but right now we are not in that stage yet. So right now we save and we only buy what we can afford. Inversely, we buy pre-loved if we want to save money. So that's my number one criteria for buying pre-loved. It's simply because you want to save money. So an example would be my Chanel reissue over there. If it's an item that's way beyond your budget, brand new, but it's actually very affordable for you in the pre-loved market, then you can buy it pre-loved. So there are many luxury designer houses right now that are way beyond our budget, brand new, such as obviously Chanel, Hermes, Dior. These prices just keep on going up, and if you're updated with the luxury market, you would know that the past year, 2019, 2020 up to 2021, these luxury houses just keep on raising their prices, where people are already beginning to say that these houses are already pricing them out, meaning it's getting harder and harder for them to buy brand new. So that's why a lot of people are actually already switching to the pre-loved route, especially for these three brands. Specific bags though that I would really recommend buying in the pre-loved market are Lady Dior's and FENDI PEEKABOO bags. So these two bags, their resale value in the pre-loved market is really low as compared to their brand new costs. So I think these specific bags in the resale market, you can get them for at least 50% off their brand new retail cost. Whereas like for the Chanel flaps, for example, in the resale market, they sell for the same price as retail, if not higher, because there are lots of Chanel flaps that are really rare and hard to get. It's also because of the continuous price increases of Chanel that they managed to keep the resale value almost close to retail, if not more. Next criteria of when to buy pre-loved is if it's a trendy piece. So an example for that would be this Louis Vuitton Murakami Multicolor Alma. So this one was a trend piece in late 2019 to 2020, and a lot of influencers were buying these vintage pieces because Louis Vuitton doesn't make these anymore. So it was initially Kendall and Kylie Jenner who started re-wearing this multicolor print, and since then lots of people started buying it already, and in the vintage version, because they don't make this canvas anymore. So obviously this is just a trend, and if you know that it's a trend and you know that you're gonna end up selling it right away after the trend, then might as well buy pre-loved, because you know that it's something that's just in the moment that you'll wear for a couple of times because it's in, but after that you'll probably be selling it anyway. So it's not worth buying something brand new anymore for a trendy piece. Although this one you really can't get brand new anymore, so you obviously have to buy pre-loved or vintage. But my other examples for that are very trendy right now, I would say, are like the Gucci Marmont flap, which is actually already dying, but you know that it's very trendy. I actually got my Marmont brand new before, but in hindsight that was something that you probably should have bought pre-loved instead because it's such a trend. Other bags which I feel like should be bought pre-loved are like the Dior saddle bag or like the Fendi baguette. If it's just a trend, it's better to buy pre-loved rather than paying the full retail cost and losing your money on it in the end. And finally, buy pre-loved if it's something that's not available in stores anymore. So these are items that can be discontinued or items that ran out really quick when they released because they were such a beautiful piece. So examples of items for these would be the Murakami, which I just mentioned earlier, but some more recent designs which you can't find in stores anymore would be like the Chanel Pearl Flap. I think that one released in 2019 or 2020, and literally everyone wanted one because it was such a collector's item, but you can't get them in stores anymore, so you'd really have to go the pre-loved route. Chanel also has a lot of collections that are already discontinued, especially for example in the iridescent hardware and iridescent leather that they released for like the boy bags and the flap bags. So those bags you really can't get in store anymore, so you have to either search the pre-loved market for those bags if you really want something that's very rare and something that you can't find in store anymore. So those were my criteria of when to buy brand new versus pre-loved. I hope you guys enjoyed the second video of my mindful spending series. If you did, I would appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below to help the YouTube algorithm, and follow me on Instagram at TrishDLF. I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!